Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's topic is ChatGPT versus Google. Who wins the AI competition? The battle between ChatGPT and Google is one of the most fascinating tech rivalries of all times. Both are powerful, but they serve very different purposes. Google dominates search while ChatGPT leads in conversational AI. Deciding which one is better depends entirely on what you need. Let's now break down in details the differences and advantages for each of these companies. Search versus conversation. Different strengths. Google has been the undisputed king of search for over 2 decades. It scans billions of web pages, ranking them to give you the most relevant facts. If you need quick answers, like the capital of France, for example, or the latest sports scores or product reviews, Google is still unbeatable. It is fast, efficient, and constantly updated. But recently, Google has integrated AI into search with features like AI overviews, which provide summarized answers to the top questions and search results. This makes finding information even quicker. However, Google is still primarily directed towards external websites. You often have to click through multiple links to get a complete answer to your queries. ChatGPT, on the other hand, works like a conversation. Instead of listing links, it generates direct responses in natural language. This makes it ideal for complex questions, explanations, or brainstorming. For example, if you ask, how does quantum computing work? ChatGPT will break it down into simple terms, while Google will give you technical articles that you have to read by yourself. Accuracy and reliability. When it comes to factual accuracy, Google has the upper hand. Its cross-reference goes into millions of sources, reducing the risks of errors. Google's AI summaries also cite their sources, so you can easily verify the source of information. ChatGPT, while impressive, isn't perfect. It can sometimes hallucinate, meaning that it makes up plausible sounding but incorrect answers. OpenAI has improved this with newer versions, but the risk still remains. For critical research, double-checking with Google is still a good idea. That said, ChatGPT excels in contextual understanding, which means that if you ask a follow-up question, it will remember conversation and adjust the answers to your requests. Google, in contrast, treats each search as independent and doesn't learn from your previous queries. Creativity and problem solving. If you need creative writing, coding help, or brainstorming, ChatGPT is definitely the clear winner. It can draft essays, generate story ideas, debug code, and even simulate fictional dialogues. Writers, developers, and marketers find it incredibly useful for generating content quickly. Google, on the other hand, has Gemini, which was previously known as Bard, its own AI chatbot, which is improving rapidly. Gemini integrates tightly with Google's ecosystem like Gmail Docs and Maps, making it useful for productivity tasks. Gemini is like a little child that tries to help with requests, although not always useful. Therefore, many users still find ChatGPT's responses more natural and detailed. Real-time information. One of ChatGPT's biggest weaknesses is its knowledge cutoff. More recently, this was changed, and the system can browse the web, but not as seamlessly as Google. Google, meanwhile, is always up to date. Whether you're checking stock prices, weather forecasts, or breaking news, Google delivers real-time results. For the most current information, Google is still the better choice. Privacy and data use. Google's business model relies on data collection to personalize ads, which it shows every day to millions of users. If you use Google Search, Gmail, or YouTube, your activity is constantly tracked to serve the needs of targeted advertisement. Some users find this obnoxious and intrusive. ChatGPT, on the other hand, offers more privacy, especially in its paid version. OpenAI claims that it doesn't use ChatGPT conversations for ad targeting. However, free users should be aware that their inputs may be used in some ways that they don't completely understand. Costs and accessibility. Google Search is free, making it accessible to everyone. ChatGPT also has a free tier, but the more advanced versions require a $20 monthly subscription. For casual users, the free version may be enough, but professionals might find the paid version worth it. Google Gemini is currently free, but Google may introduce premium features in the future. Integration with other tools. Google's strength lies in its ecosystem. If you use Gmail, Google Drive, Calendar, or Android, or Google Search, Gemini will work seamlessly with them. You can ask Gemini to fetch an email, set reminders, or find files in your Drive. ChatGPT, while versatile, doesn't have deep integration with other apps, at least not yet. However, OpenAI is partnering with companies like Microsoft, which uses ChatGPT and Copilot, to integrate OpenAI deeply into its operating system, so this will continue to change. The future of AI and search. The competition between ChatGPT and Google is pushing both to improve. Google is adding more AI features to search, while OpenAI is enhancing ChatGPT's real-time capabilities. In the future, we might see a hybrid model where AI chatbots and traditional search engines merge into one seamless experience. Final verdict: who wins? It's possible that there is no single winner in this competition, and who wins depends on your needs and goals. You may choose Google if you need fast, accurate, and real-time information. Also, if you rely in Google ecosystems like Gmail, Maps, and Google Docs. If you prefer free and ad-supported services, then Google is also a clear option. You may choose ChatGPT if you want in-depth explanations, or if you need creative content, or if you need help with writing, coding, or brainstorming. Another reason is if you value conversational AI over traditional search. So what would be the best approach? Probably you should use both. Google is still the best for quick facts, and ChatGPT is nice for a deeper insight. As AI evolves, the line between search and conversational will start to blur, making both tools even more powerful. That's all I had for today. Thank you for watching this. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe and see you in the next time. Thank you.